Here, we're on live.
Okay.
Hello,
Alright.
everybody.
Hello.
So, our presentation, we did it on teen pregnancy in Netherlands versus the United States. My name is Ashley. I go to Minnesota State University in Mankato and will be graduating in December. Couple more weeks, woo!
I also go to Minnesota State University in Mankato, and I will be graduating the same time, and we're both going for nursing.
My name is Tara. I'm going to school on Windesheim in Zwolle, and I graduate 2 years from now.
Yes, my name is Idlet, and I have the same as Tara. My school is Windesheim, and I'm in my second year from the nursing degree.
Perfect.
So the crisis that we made is about Irma, and Irma is a 17-year-old girl, and she has become pregnant unexpectedly. The baby's father is still in the field, but only 18 years old. And Irma lived with her parents, and her parents think it's better idea to let the child be adopted. Irma becomes to you for the third time in the Department of Genealogy. She told you she doesn't know what she should do with the situation. She wants to love and raise her child, but she has little faith in her boyfriend's decision because he had said that fatherhood is nothing for him. She does not expect much from a relationship with him. Irma told he is very messy, he isn't ready to settle. I think he is not independent enough. He has his friends and his easy life going out. He will not give up that a woman and a child who want to have him at home. Especially the fact that her boyfriend drinks more than is good for him makes her doubt whether she will break the relationship with him or not. She feels somewhere deep in her heart apologize to stay with him because she knows that he will end up in a gutter if she leaves him. Somehow she feels like she is his last hope. On top of that she feels the pressure of her parents. The crisis about a teen mom we want with a lot of questions that she wants to answer.
Perfect. So our first question is, what kind of services or resources are available to teen mothers in our specific location and society? So United States versus what's in the Netherlands. And we found that in the United States, there are many programs available, including free pregnancy testing, free teenage healthy pregnancy education, free childbirth classes for teenagers, free parenting classes, something called Jensen's Corner, which provides cheap, new, and gently used baby clothes, free support classes, and WIC, Planned Parenthood, and SNAP food assistant programs, and an insurance for low-income families called Medicaid.
We also found that in the United States, teen pregnancy rates are falling, but our rates are still a lot higher than a lot of other countries, such as Canada and Switzerland. For example, in the year 2015, we dropped 8% in teen pregnancy rate. So there are a lot of risks associated with becoming a teen mom, and those risks are dropping out of school. They have increased health risks for the mom and baby. And usually these individuals have lower levels of education, lower socioeconomic status, and those things can contribute to the teen pregnancies.
And in the Netherlands, there are options for information, good guidance for the choice to keep the baby or give it up for adoption. We have the Foundation Rutgers Niso Group, and that foundation research in teen moms, does research in teen moms and gives advice and provides assistance on different fronts to teenagers. There's also an organization called the FIAM for the housing shortage. And FIAM is also specialized in the care for the choice to give the child up on abortion. And the Teen Mom Group and the Foundation Series are the main programs to help in the Netherlands.
Our next question is, how does society view pregnant teens in the Netherlands versus the United States?
So in the United States, our society in the US has kind of evolving view on pregnant teens. In the past, women were married earlier and had children earlier, often in their teenage years. But as time has passed, women have started taking on different roles, like entering the workforce and marrying later and deciding to have children later. So the view on pregnant teenagers is changing, and often pregnant teenagers are looked down upon, and they can be seen as being irresponsible and sleeping around. In the past 5 to 10 years, however, the stigma around teenage moms has lessened some as TV shows like Teen Mom have come about and kind of reduced the stigma around teen moms in our society.
In the Netherlands, in the 50s and 60s, you were a shame for your family if you become pregnant and married, and as a teenager. There were still no means of prevention, and abortion was illegal in that time. And a married pregnant woman often went to a family far away or to a shelter for these women. They were not early given a choice. Usually there would be a lot of pressure from the environment to take distance from the child. Many would never see their child, and the only choice they could have is to marry the person. And in the 80s, the number of women who raised for adoption went down. There were better means of prevention available. The adoption was legalized, and single moms were not longer a shame. Today, in the Netherlands, the teenage pregnancy is not a big taboo anymore. It's an openly talked about on TV shows like for 4 handen op 1 buik. And of course, there are always people who don't agree with young girls getting pregnant. But compared to early, it is now better to be a teenage mom than before because the view is changing.
Our next question, how are the programs financed in the Netherlands and the United States? In the United States, there are grants or what people call free money from the government at state and federal levels, so they're provided through the government.
In the Netherlands, we have funds and different benefits. The benefits are provided by the government to be arranged by teen moms themselves. The studying moms, in Dutch it's called the studerende moeders, helps with the guidance by arranging the funds.
And then, how accessible are these programs? In the United States, these programs are usually quite accessible depending on the annual income the family that needs these resources make and how many children they have and then how old they are. So it all depends on what their family criteria is and how much they make.
In the Netherlands, there are easily accessible. There's many information on the websites from the Foundation Series and Teen Moms. Series tells you information where you have to begin with. If you're pregnant as a teen mom, you can WhatsApp, chat on their site, or call, or just email them. The response is within 10 minutes, and when you contact them, there's a full network of volunteers just to be there for you. They will make an appointment and meet up with the teen moms. It can be just any teen mom. They don't look at if you're what kind of family you have and what your income is. The Foundation Teen Moms has the same kind of concept, only the difference is that they are also very active in the different provinces in the Netherlands. They have their own offices where you can come by and meet them immediately in person.
And then our next question is, what are the options available to a pregnant mother? Is there abortion, adoption, foster care?
In the Netherlands, there are 3 options for the teenage mother: raising the child by herself, giving the child up for adoption, abortion, or foster care. This is a very important choice you have to make at such a young age. If you chose to raise your child self, think carefully about the following 5 questions. Are you alone in raising your child, or can you count on the help of parents, to the father of the family and friends? How do you want to combine school or study with motherhood? Do you have the financial resource to take care of your child? Are you mentally ready to educate your child? Do you accept responsibility, and are you prepared to give up a piece of freedom and careless? You can also opt for adoption, and this can be legal until 22 weeks of pregnancy. And abortion is a very important decision, so you have to think about it well. And after the first consultation with the doctor, you will have 5 days of bad time between the first interview and the abortion, so that you can make your decision thoroughly and if you are 16, you only need permission if you find that you cannot make an information decision yourself. There's also an option about adoption. You can choose from 2 forms: a closed or an open adoption. And the closed adoption is that you will break all the connection with your child, and an open adoption is that you can see your child. And there's also foster care. It seems very much about an open adoption, with the difference that you can get the custody of your child again if you are older and ready for the responsibilities.
And in the United States, things are kind of similar to that of the Netherlands. So abortion right now we found is legal up to 22 to 24 weeks in the United States. Adoptions are another available option, and those can be partially open, fully open, or closed, and that has no contact with the child or the family. And then we also offer foster care, and the same questions that you raised are important for teen moms to ask themselves before they decide to keep the child.
And then our last question, what can the Netherlands and the United States learn from each other?
So in the United States, we decided that our programs have a lot more application criteria for families, and a lot of families aren't as eligible for programs as they are in the Netherlands. So we think that we can learn to help more families have access to these programs so more teen moms are not struggling to raise their kids if they decide to keep them.
The Netherlands can learn from the United States that we can have more classes and support groups, so teen moms don't feel alone with this struggle and see there is a lot of more people who have the same struggle.
And then both of us, we could have a better understanding of the cultural views surrounding teen pregnancy, just so we can provide better care for different cultures in our states.
All right.
All right. Perfect.
Perfect.